The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood Redefined. From Los Angeles, California, streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live, The Beat, featuring the week's roundup and commentary on music news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood Redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
Yeah, let's redo that. Hold up. Sorry, what was that?
Is this live?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it. There we go.
The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood Redefined. From Los Angeles, California, streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live, The Beat, featuring the week's roundup and commentary on music news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood Redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, The Beat.
I'm a Cam Newton. 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 Like a Cam Newton. Damn, like a Cam Newton.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for Black Hollywood Live's The Beat. I am here with Trapo. What up, boy?
What up, Jess, boy?
Yo, this song is hypey as hell.
Man.
It's the Cam Newton.
I put my heart into this one, man.
Can we turn this up just a little bit more? Just listen to this beat right here.
Walking with a check up on my lap. My salary is just like Cam Newton. Why you niggas wanna act like me? Try another subject, you ain't me. Spinning like I scored a touchdown. Did the dab like I'm turned now. Fans screaming out my name trap. Bring your bitch like she crab now. God feels like the
All right, Trapo.
What's good,
The
Jess?
Cam Newton. So where did, why the Cam Newton?
Cam Newton is so popular right now, and, you know, man, North Carolina is my second hometown. You know, I'm from Alabama, but, you know, North Carolina my second hometown, so I'm a rep with Cam Newton all day, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Which I'm very happy you taught me the dance before we went live. Got me up on that. All right, so you're 3 years you've been doing music, right?
Yeah.
You're originally from Alabama, living out here in California. What has that transition kind of been like for you? I mean, to kind of come from, you know, a country area. I'm from the suburbs,
Right,
so
right.
you know what I mean. So like, come from a country area and come to the city. How has that kind of influenced your music, as far as like not really changing your sound and
Right.
being able to deliver that kind of a hit?
Well, it's very hard because coming out here, you know, the slang that we have, I have to put it together. So me being here a long time in California, I learned the L.A. kind of slang, which is my West Coast and Southern in one. So when people hear my music, they know, like, they be like, oh, what is this dude talking about? No, it's a Southern slang with the good rap.
With the good rap.
rap.
And you're working on a new EP. Why Cam Newton? Why was that the first single that had to come out? You said you finished the EP. You're working on getting it mastered, which we're titling it Extra'd Out Volume 1.
Out.
Why Extra'd Out?
Extra'd out is a word that I use every day. Everybody know me. When they hear it, it says, hey, man, them shoes you wearing, bro, them extra'd out. You know, that's my word. So my CD is going to be Extra'd Out, and I call that high high quality stuff. I put my heart into this CD, this EP.
I'm excited to hear what else is gonna be delivered on it, because I mean, to hear this as your first track, it's a club banger. I mean,
It's a club banger.
You get a touchdown, you're gonna be doing the Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Now, is there any reaction from Cam Newton? Is there any, you know what I mean, is like the Super Bowl gonna be, you know what I mean, like a Super Bowl coming up? You know what I'm
right
saying?
now, I'm kind of working on these placements for the Super Bowl. I know North Carolina Panthers are going to the Super Bowl like that, man. I want to be, there to, kind of turn the whole crowd up with this Cam Newton song, because it's a dance that everybody's doing right now, which is the dab dance, and I think it's right on the money and right on the time to drop this song right now. And
tell me a little bit about the production of the song. Like, how did you kind of come around writing it, as far as getting the beat for it? What?
Yeah, well, my boy GT, from Ear Drummers, he did this beat. Shout out to Mike Will, GT. I love y'all, man, for this, man. And letting this go for me, they really looked out for me on this one. This beat is definitely the dopest I ever heard.
And I mean, we see like the dance movement right now in hip hop is finally coming back around, because it comes in waves.
Right.
We saw the Watch Out the Nene kind of. It took them a while. They had put out an original music video, and then once the song kind of hit, they had redid it. Is that kind of in your plans, as far as like where a visual for the song?
Definitely in my plans to keep it in this same generation that it is with these dances, because this is the new music. You got to dedicate it to, like, they're really getting millions off this music.
Yeah.
Off of dance. So Cam Newton, here it come. Here it come.
And if you said you're going to drop the EP sometime in January.
January.
So, I mean, one thing that I've been noticing a lot with artists lately is, there's two different types of artists. There's one artist where they focus on the project as a whole, and, they really want to focus on what is the project going to deliver as a message. Versus some other artists that are coming out, more so the newer artists, they put a project out and the project is kind of all over the place, and they're more worried about, let's figure out what the singles are going to be. And then you just have this album filled with singles. What's kind of your perspective as far as what you want to do with Extra Out?
Well, Extra Out, well, they all definitely singles. I promise you I'm giving y'all the best in one, and that's all I can make is hits. Like, I can't even just sit in the studio and make something just similar to not being a hit. But this CD, I promise you, you will love it. This EP is going to be the best ever. I promise you. Extra Out.
And is there kind of like a through line throughout the album as far as what you want to get out there? Or is it, I mean, because I haven't been to Texas yet. I haven't been to, the only southern place I've ever been to is really, I mean, when I think about it, I'd have to say Florida. And
hey, I like Florida.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But I know that there's this sound and this movement that's, I believe, is kind of, in music, I feel we started in New York, and then we came over to L.A., and then now it's kind of Midwestern, and
Right.
we're moving down to the South. I hear a lot of stuff coming from Houston, and this trap music that's starting to come out now, and mixing it and fusing it with hip-hop. Tell me a little bit about that sound, that influence, that kind of you bring to your music.
Well, I got this jump off when I get on the track, man. Everybody's just was in the big studios telling me like, bro, do you rap, bro, or something? I was like, man, my come off on every song is a good delivery, I promise you. And that right there is just gonna put me on top of like a lot of rappers that I never thought I could be in front of. And not to say I hate any other rappers or nothing, but I thought that me putting this together and having a lot of people around me work with me on this one, they didn't like me. I had to work around this and get back up, and now I'm back here to where they all like me now for this Cam Newton song, which I thought would happen. And it's just me right now, man.
How do you push through that? Like as an artist, like how do you get through it mentally? How do you get through that?
It's something hard. You got to separate people. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in the studio by yourself. Everybody see you have a hit, they want to get on it, and it's not my. You know what I'm saying? It's not my rock. So my whole thing is just do me and this in here by myself in the studio, and like pay attention to who's looking at me, and not the people, not me following these people, because following ain't gonna get you nowhere in California, nowhere.
And especially in this specific city.
You gotta be your own.
And I mean, just to kind of go off that, as you start getting the taste of like moving up in the business, what would be something to someone who's wants to get in the business and they're starting out and they got their boys around or who they think are their boys or, in their ear, what would be your advice to someone who's trying to get on?
Well, my advice to someone who's trying to get on is, you hear this sound called this new generation sound right now, and if you got anything you can put together and in your own opinion and not listen to anybody else, you will win. If you're gonna continue to listen to somebody else on their opinion on your music, you're not gonna get anywhere. I promise you that, and that's how it's gonna be in that studio. But I promise you, if you do this, do your own thing, and you'll be flying right out the doors with your music, man.
Random question. I don't know why this is popping in my head right now. We see a lot of complaints, more so with female hip hop. There always has to be this one female rapper. Whereas males, they can kind of work together, and
Right.
there ain't really, there'll be some sort of beast, but overall,
Right.
guys can kind of work together, and it ain't nothing.
Right.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think in hip hop it's harder for females to kind of?
Well, everything is about this social media right now. If it's a girl that's on and she got 100K followers, she should be able to make it. Her whole theme is she can be there and make it in rapping now. If she decides to rap and she has that many followers, they're going to follow behind. It's a social media thing now, So we're picking girls off of this instead of picking them in, really being in the ring with them, like going to the concerts or listening to they rap, listening to how they do it. But right now, it's basically off the social right now.
Bro,
This is
I
how they
was
get
just
picked.
watching Love and Hip Hop New York last night.
Yeah, oh, my
like,
Lord.
oh, like, wait, all these people are rappers. Like, where
Yeah.
are we finding these?
Right.
Where's this coming from? What would you say about the sound out right now? I mean, you hear kind of, I don't know how to put it without it sounding rude or judgmental towards art, but you hear these artists, they come out and they put a single out, and the single's great.
Yeah.
And then it comes to seem that each single after that follows sounds almost like a replication of what the first single was. For you, how do you kind of stay clear of that, or is that something that in the industry you should stay clear of? I mean, I've also heard people say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right, you can. Like I said, the new movement of right now is Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they really got this town and world going crazy right now. I have no disrespect to none of them right there. They really changed the game. Yeah.
I heard a cover the other day of some this dude. He sang a Young Thug song, and I was like, "Whoa! I didn't even know that those were half of the words that were being said." But this is actually a really dope song.
Right.
And I think that we just need to open up our eyes a lot in this day and age, especially because I think it's a younger generation who just doesn't know the game as well as the generation that's judging them, looking down at them. Because where I was kind of going before with like albums and as far as releasing a visual for each single, the artist has kind of lost the marketing behind a project. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't know if that's the mixtape game or I don't know if it's the single game. It's, we're trying to put a single out every single week now at this point to try and stay in the game. Is that necessary, or is that, these are the people who have to, there are certain people who have to do that to stay alive?
Well, you have to do that to stay alive, period. But, in this game, man, you got these big rappers and they're, like I told you, these followers, it helps a lot for these people, and I'm like, I look at it, I say, Rick Ross, hey man, y'all up there, man. Like, I can't even say nothing. I'm not a real lyricist. I'm really I know to catch on what's going on, because I'm in the club every, So I put it all together and I come out with my own thing and I kind of sound better than that person. And I'll be like, oh, okay, let me rip his beat and then come out with something. So a lot of people got on by ripping another man's beat and, put themselves to the top off of someone else's, career back in the day, These new beats, stealing beats and stuff. It ain't nothing about stealing beats, man. Just put it together.
And it's so funny you say it because it goes back and forth. You hear these people who call themselves hip-hop heads or whatever, and they get so angry at it. And when you really think about it and you look at some of the greats, that's all the greats ever did.
Right.
Michael Jackson.
Openly
Openly admits, yeah, I watched Elvis, I watched all these people and went back and I did what they did better.
Right. Let's see. There it goes.
Boom. Extra Out Volume 1. coming first quarter in January. What else can we expect within the new year from Trapo?
Every time I
It's
bring
2016.
out anything I bring out is gonna be a seller. I promise you that. And you know, we're gonna start it off with this extra out. Like when y'all hear my sound and music, y'all gonna love it, man. Like you know, it's a hater thing goes on around in this world, but you know, you can't hate good music, and that's what I got for you. Is good music.
And where can everyone keep up with you as far as wanting to stay up to date when we're gonna get that video?
Yeah, you stay up
Because
to
I'm
date.
waiting for
I
that
know
video so I can do the
You
dance.
definitely can catch me in
You know what I'm
Hollywood.
saying?
You know, I'll be fresh and fly. But you know, that young video, I'm gonna stick to the 7th of January. We already gonna start shooting January 1st, and we gonna do it. We gonna turn it up all the way from New Year's to there, all the way on to Christmas.
And so, what do we got to do out there? What do we need to be tweeting at? What do we need to be doing?
We gonna
we need to get the. We need this needs to be the anthem. This needs to be the anthem.
This the anthem. Cam Newton. Like I go to the club, people give me the.
Can we play this on our way out? Can you play that?
They dab me. They don't even wave no more. They be like, Trapo. So, Cam.
So where can we follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter, Trapo __, and you can follow me on Instagram, Trapo. Actually, it's Trap _O_.
And where can everyone get the single?
You can go and get the single on iTunes. It should be on iTunes on the 21st of December.
Boom, Trapo. Thank you for coming in.
My boy Jesse, I love you,
embarrass myself. Let me stop. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys check out the single January 20. You said 21st?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to my boy Joe Stunner. It wouldn't have happened before you, boy. This is hook. Man, I love you, man. This is bad, man.
Boom, shout out to Joe Steiner. Make sure you guys check out Cam Newton on iTunes. Also hit us up at BHL The Beat on Twitter. We're also on Instagram. And you guys can hit me up everywhere at DJ Jesse J. Till tomorrow. Peace.
Like a Cam Newton. Yeah, like a Cam Newton. Yeah, like a Cam. I'm a Cam Newton. Do that. Cam. Do that.
BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Music redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.